Hello, namaste. Welcome to your practice here at my dad's house in the garden where I grew up. It's been interesting the last few days. I've attempted to do some videos for you, and I've had a dog gate crash the video. I've had squawking galahs that sound like they're being murdered. I've had the video, the camera actually shut off halfway through the filming. So here's another attempt. I also find it a little bit different being on a mat on this spongy lawn, so that's been a little bit of challenge for me. So as long as you've got something to do your yoga on, a mat or a towel, I've got a block underneath my sitting bones to elevate my hips so my knees are lower than the hips. Then please just take a seat, sitting up tall. Just rolling the shoulders back a few times, then let them drop and soften. Shoulders soft. Can even soften into the belly at the moment. Chin slightly towards the throat. You might like to shut down the eyes, just have that soft inner gaze. Lips together, just breathing in and out of the nose. We'll just take a few moments to arrive. Just noticing breath. And notice where your breath is at the moment. Is it up around the chest, short and shallow? Or is it already low and slow down in the belly? And just check in that the top of the head's reaching for the sky. And now please just blink open the eyes. We're going to bring a hand mudra into the beginning of our practice. It's called Bhuri Mudra, and it is just to helps with grounding and anchoring in. So we'll take our hands up and we're creating peace fingers. You can bring the little finger and the ring finger in, and then we can bring the thumb over the top. So you've got your peace fingers. Then we're going to plug them down into the earth. Alternatively, you can have the hands just resting on the legs with the fingers pointing downwards. So with the fingers just pointing down into the earth beneath you. Sitting up tall, but softening into the shoulders. With your next breath in, breathing up through the fingertips, up through the arms towards the heart. And on the breath out, as you let the breath fall away, down past the belly, to the base, and into the earth beneath you. Next breath in, flowing up through the fingertips, up the arms towards the heart. And on your breath out, letting the breath fall away, down past the belly, to the base, into the earth beneath you. And then starting again, breath in, up through the arms, toward the heart, and down from the heart, to the base, to the earth beneath you. Begin to set a rhythm of your own. So maybe you're breathing in for a count of 4 or 5. And your breath out is the same length of time. And we'll carry on for a few more rounds. So your side ribs expand on the breath in. And drawing your lower belly towards the spine on your breath out. After your next exhale, keep the hands where they are, but just return to your natural, effortless breath. Feeling the benefits from that practice, maybe you feel a little bit more grounded, more here and now, more present, more in the moment. And then we'll lift the hands up, bring them to the heart center for Anjali Mudra. Thumbs just resting on the heart, chin slightly tucked in. And if you'd like to set an intention for your practice, you can do that now. And blinking open the eyes, and we'll meet in child pose. So the hands will be shoulder width apart, the knees are apart, maybe about hip width apart. Bring the hips towards the heels, lengthen out through the arms, spread through the fingers, forehead down, just come back to a few of those slow, intentional breaths. Belly draws in on the exhale, and notice how your side ribs expand on the breath in. And on your next inhale, come up onto your hands and knees, tabletop. And on the breath out, we'll find child pose. Keep moving like this, so breath in as you come up onto hands and knees. And breath out as you come to child. And one more the same, breathing in and out. Then inhale up onto hands and knees, arrive with your exhale and just organize your shoulders over the wrists. A few rounds of our cat-cow. So breath in, belly drops and just look to the front edge of the mat. And on the exhale, rounding through the spine, chin to chest, tuck the tail. Breath in, belly drops, sitting bones lift. Breath out, pressing into the hands, tuck the tail, chin to chest. And one more the same, breath in. And your breath out. Inhale for tabletop position, exhale here. Extend your right leg. Lift the right toes off so the toes are pointing down towards the ground. Take your breath in, and on your breath out, knee to nose as you curl in. Inhale, press the foot away, and exhale, knee to nose. And one more the same, breath in, and breath out. Then inhale, right leg, reaches, pressing away with the right leg again. Bring the right toes down and shift into your plank position. So left leg and right leg engaged. Tuck the tail under, press down with the hands, a little bit of a dome shape in the upper back. Take a breath in here. Breath out, bring the knees down and come to child pose. Inhale, all fours position. Exhale to arrive. Organize your hands so that the wrists are under the shoulders. Extend the left leg, toes pointing down. Take your breath in and breath out, knee to nose. Inhale, left foot presses away. Exhale, curl in. And one more the same, breath in and breath out. Inhale, press the left foot away. Bring the foot down onto the ground. Plank pose. Pausing here. Pressing down with the fingertips, strong in the front line of the body. Tail tucks under. Take your inhale. Exhale, knees to the mat as you come to child pose. Inhale for all fours, this time down dog on the breath out. Hips are lifting, and you can begin to pedal into the feet. Pressing the hands into the mat and away from you. Now bend into both knees. Begin to straighten into both legs, prioritizing length of spine rather than hamstring releasing. If you need to bend the knees to prioritize your spine, please do that. Now inhale, right leg up into the air. On the exhale, bend the knee, step the right foot forward and take the left knee down. Inhale for our low crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana. Now bring the arms into cactus arms. So opening up through the chest. Then extending the arms out. We'll take the right arm under the left arm, creating our eagle arms and lifting the elbows up a little bit. We'll just stay here, opening up behind the heart. Now take your breath in as you lift the elbows up a little bit, and on the exhale, begin to straighten into the front leg as you come into this half splits position. Then inhale as you bend the leg and come back into the back bend. And exhale as you straighten into the leg, coming into the forward fold. One more, inhaling up and exhale. And inhaling up, I'm a bit wobbly. And exhale, your hands down. So you're framing the front foot. The left hand will stay on the ground. Right hand to the lower back with the fingers pointing downwards towards the tailbone. Take a breath in here. And on the breath out, begin to twist towards the right so the chest is spiraling up. So this is the first option. Next option is come onto the toes behind you and lift the knee off, pressing that heel away. And maybe your right hand comes to the sky. I've got a shoulder injury at the moment, so I'm keeping my right hand on my lower back. Breaths in the belly. Now gaze down, take the right hand down on the inside of the right foot, walking the right foot over to the side of the mat. And we'll bring the left knee back down as we come to a lizard lunge for a few breaths. So opening up through the front of the left hip and the outside of the right leg. Now come onto the toes behind you, lift the knee off, step the back foot forward so it's mat width apart with the right foot. Turn the toes out to the side. Come into Malasana, hands just on the mat in front of you. Take a breath in as you lift the hips. And on the breath out, coming back into your squat. Then inhale as you straighten into the legs. And exhale to squat. And one more the same, breath in. And our breath out. Then inhale as you lift the hips, turn the toes forward and come into Uttanasana. So feet are now about mat width apart. Bending into the knees, hands can come to the elbow creases. And just allow the whole spine to decompress. Knees bent, head heavy. Breaths low and slow. And releasing the hands from the elbow creases. You can either bring the hands to the shins or down on the ground as you come to a halfway lift. Breath in. Breath out, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Next breath in, come all the way up. So inhale, root down with the legs to rise, palms touching up above the head. And exhale, hands in front of the heart. Inhale, cactus the arms, look up. Exhale, right over left as you give yourself a hug. Inhale, cactus the arms, look up. Exhale, belly in, left arm over right. And one more the same, breath in, breath out, right over left. Inhale, sweep the arms up, palms touching. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And on the exhale, come to plank. Strong plank position. Lower belly switches on, fingertips pressing down. inner elbows facing towards each other. On your next breath out, lower all the way down, forehead down, and take the hands off the mat. So you'll either be up on your fingertips like tents with the hands or palms down. Breathe in for a cobra variation, so forehead and chest off the mat. On your exhale, left ear down towards the mat. Inhale, come back to the cobra type shape. Exhale, right ear down. And breath in as you come back to cobra. Exhale, forehead down, take the hands by the outside of the chest. Inhale for cobra. And exhale to child pose. Hips to the heels. We'll just take a few breaths here. Next breath in, tabletop. Breath out, downward facing dog. Looking back towards your feet or up towards the navel. Prioritizing length of spine rather than releasing into the backs of the legs. So inhale, left leg up. On the exhale, bend the knees, step the foot to the hands. Right knee comes down. On a breath in, come into low crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana, heart lifting. Gaze might be downwards if you need some help with grounding today, or you might be looking upwards. So if you felt a bit wobbly before with the eagle arm sequence, come onto the toes behind you. Let's cactus the arms. Chest open, expansive. And stretch out the arms. We'll take left arm under right arm. Eagle arms, and we're lifting the elbows up a little bit. We'll take a breath in, and on your breath out, begin to straighten into the front leg and come forward. Inhale, bend into the leg, into a little bit of a back bend. And exhale, mindful, slow movement coming forward. And one more the same, breath in. And breath out. Inhale, lifting back up. Exhale, hands down, left hand on the inside of the left foot as you walk that foot over to the side of the mat. Releasing into the front of the right hip and the outside of the left leg. And come onto the toes behind you. So if it makes more sense to turn the left toes out on an angle here so you can come into Malasana feet from where you are, do that. Otherwise you'll create this squat position for the feet once you arrive. So we're stepping the right foot forward. We're in a halfway up position. Take your breath in and breath out as you come into the squat. Inhale as you begin to straighten into the legs. Exhale, Malasana. Inhale and exhale. So this time we'll stay. If you're unable to stay here comfortably, you can either come down onto your bottom or pop your block under the sitting bones. The left hand, your next option, is to come over towards the left foot, and the right hand can either reach the sky. Mine is unable to do that at the moment, so I'm bringing mine behind to my back. And in fact, today I'm going to take hold of my fingertips. The gaze might lift upwards. Just remember not to compromise your breath to be in a shape. Then look down, we'll swap sides. So now right hand is over the right side. Left hand might simply just lift up or take it behind. Or maybe you come into a bind and look up. Gaze down, take the hands to prayer, sitting bones down, pointing down, hands to the earth, turn the toes forward, hip width apart feet. Breath in for a halfway lift, breath out to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise all the way up, palms touch up above the head. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale to plank and lower all the way down. Take your pause. Feet are about hip width behind, tops of the feet pressing down, and find your cactus arms so the hands are off the mat. Now inhale as you lift the forehead off. This time we'll exhale, bring right side down first, right ear down. Inhale, come into a cobra. Exhale, left ear down. Let's do one more to each side. Breath in, breath out. Breath in, breath out. Inhale to come to cobra, and exhale, forehead down. Bring the hands by the outside of the chest. Inhale for cobra. Child pose on the breath out. Extend out through the arms, keeping the forearms off the ground. Inhale for all fours. Exhale to down dog. Breathe in, lift the right leg up. On the exhale, as you come forward, bring your right knee to your right elbow. Then inhale, right foot to the sky. Exhale, knee to the chest. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to chest, and step the right foot forward. And from this position, we'll come into arrowhead. So lift the hands off the ground, reach the hands behind. So little fingers are pointing towards each other. Chest is in a cobra type position. Keep your right arm where it is. Left arm reaches forward. Then inhale as you lift up and exhale to warrior two. So right heel runs through the inner arch of the back foot. Gaze towards your right middle finger. Soften the shoulders. Arms are strong, reaching away from the heart. Next breath in, reverse triangle, so straighten the right leg and come over to your left. Pause here, breathe. Breathing into the right side of the body. Inhale, lift back up, both arms reach out to the side, and exhale, reach right out to the right side as you come into Trikonasana, triangle pose. Gaze down to the right foot. Breath in as you come into warrior two, gazing towards your right hand. Pause, breathe. Flip right palm. Inhale, reverse warrior. And on the exhale, you come to a lunge over the front leg, organizing your feet on train tracks. So your feet would be hip width apart here. Take a breath in, and on the breath out, straighten into the right leg for a pyramid variation. Then inhale, bend the right knee, heart comes forward, you're on the ball of the back foot. Exhale, tuck the belly in for your pyramid pose. Inhale, bend the knee. Exhale into pyramid. On your next breath in, bend the front knee, step the back foot forward, forward fold. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise all the way up, palms touching up above the head. And exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. On the exhale, plank pose. Take a breath in your plank. On the breath out, lowering down. Inhale for your back bend of choice. It could be a cobra or an up dog. Breath out brings you to downward facing dog. Pause, anchor back in. Notice your breath. Inhale, left foot to the sky. On the exhale, bend the knees, shift the weight forward, body forward, knee to the left elbow. Inhale, foot to the sky. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, foot to the sky. Exhale, stepping left foot forward. Knee above ankle. You're on the ball of the back foot. Both legs are strong. Coming to our arrowhead pose. So reaching the arms behind. Lift a bit of a cobra shape with the chest. Now we bring our right arm forward. Then inhale as you lift up and you come to warrior two. So I'm going to face the camera. You stay where you are unless you need to change as well. Front heel runs through the inner arch of the back foot. Soften the shoulders. And gaze towards your left middle finger. Find your drishti. Soften the gaze. Breathe. And flipping the left palm. On your next breath in, we'll come into reverse triangle. So straightening the left leg, come over to the right. Once you arrive, intentional breaths into the left side of the body. And gaze in a direction that's comfortable for your neck here. Doesn't have to be looking upwards, could be downwards, outwards, or upwards. With your next breath in, lift up, reach away with both arms, look to left hand and exhale into Trikonasana. So left hand somewhere below the knee, right hand to the sky, thumb above the nose. And looking down at your left foot, bending in the knee, we come back up to warrior two. Flip left palm. Breathing in as you come over to reverse warrior. And exhale, you find your lunge at the front of the mat. So heart's open here. Maybe you're up on your fingertips. Take your breath in and breath out. Draw the hips back for our pyramid shape. Inhale, heart comes forward. Exhale, draws in the belly. Draw hips back. Inhale, bend, heart comes forward. And exhale, drawing back. Then as you bend the left knee, you bring the back foot forward, forward fold. Inhale for your halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And one more the same, so breath in, breath out. Next time come into chair, so as you inhale, keep the hips low, reaching the arms out in front. Maybe your arms are up by your ears. I'm unable to do that at the moment, so my hands are just reaching out in front. Breathe. And on your next breath in, straighten the legs, reach the arms up. And exhale, hands down. Just take a moment to pause. Maybe bring the palms facing forward. Soften into the shoulders. Soften the fingers. If you'd like to shut down the eyes, you can softly close the eyes and just have that gentle inner gaze. And blinking, open the eyes, bring the hands behind, link them and draw them down. Just check that your feet are hip width apart. Take your breath in, breath out, bend the knees, come into your forward fold, hands linked, but drawing your linked hands away from the lower back and at the same time shoulders away from the ears. Breath is low and slow. unlink the hands, bring the hands down onto the ground. Please come to plank pose. Then from plank, you'll lower all the way down onto the ground. Forehead down. Now you're welcome to come to cobra, or we'll come to our belly down back bend, our bow pose. So you can keep the hands where they are for the moment. Bend your knees so your heels come towards the bottom. You can reach for the ankles or the shins. Take hold. If they're nowhere to be found, just bring your legs back down onto the ground, palms down by the outside of the hips, and you can lift up into a back bend in a moment. So as we come into this belly down bow pose, on a breath in, lift the forehead off, the chest off, the thighs off. Breathe. Keep the breath flowing. So I've got some mosquitoes buzzing around me at the moment. Oh. So breath is full, steady, and if you're able to lift up that little bit more, keep breathing. And on your next breath out, lower down, cactus the arms, and rest the left ear down. We'll take our pause. Breathe the belly down into the earth. And keeping the right arm as it is, extend the left arm out like a T shape. Now bringing the right hand by the outside of the chest. We'll come into our open wing. So shifting over to the left side, the right hand opening up into the left shoulder and the front of the chest. Right hand can either stay where it is, the lower back, or maybe you're able to link the hand, open up a little bit more into the chest and the shoulder, left shoulder. As you release, we want the right hand back on the ground, and we'll come to a frog leg. So belly down, right leg becomes your frog leg, and come up onto your forearms for a sphinx position. So your right leg would look something like this. We'll just stay here for a few more breaths. And now lower the forehead down. Cactus the arms again. Take your right foot back to where it was. So right arm extends like a T shape. Use your left hand to press down to come over to the right side, right ear down. Left hand can either stay where it is or bring it to the lower back, or link the hands to open up a little bit more into the chest and the shoulders. And breathe. And ever so slowly release. And as you do, left leg comes into the frog position, and you lift up onto your forearms for a sphinx with the upper body. Heart comes forward. You can maybe just let the head be heavy, chin towards your chest. Just make sure you're not holding the head up too high and creating that tension in the neck and the shoulders. And slowly lower down, forehead down, left leg comes back to where it was. Bring your hands by the outside of the chest. We'll lift up onto hands and knees and then into child pose. But this time we'll take the knees wide, big toes together, extending forward with the arms. Or you can stack the hands under the forehead. Forearms come down to the ground. Just breathe with the belly, low and slow. And walking the hands back towards you so you're upright. Knees can come together. Then just shift onto your bottom. So I'm just crossing ankles behind and extending the legs out in front. Check that you're on your sitting bones. Both legs are extended, and we'll take the right ankle over the left ankle. I've got loads of mosquitoes, so I'm not going to stay out here for too much longer. Simply folding forward. So care less about being dynamic and stretching and reaching forward, and just folding forward. If you've got a block handy, maybe you even bring that for your head to rest on. Doesn't matter how far forward you come. Some of us might have our forehead resting on the leg, or maybe you're more in an upright position. And keep the chin tucked in. Begin to walk the hands back towards you. Head comes up last. You can blink open the eyes. We'll keep the left leg where it is. We'll take the right foot to the outside of the left leg as we prepare for our twist. So lift the chest up. Take your right fingertips behind to help lengthen your spine. Left foot is flexed, toes pointing up towards the left knee. Take your breath in to reach the left arm up. And on the exhale, wrap the arm around the right leg, gazing over the right shoulder. Top of the head to the sky, breaths in the belly. Breathing your belly towards your right inner leg. Keep the body in the twist, but gaze forward. And just take both hands to the front of the knee. Lift up tall. Extend the right leg, and we'll bring left leg over right leg, sitting bones down. Take your breath in and breath out, just folding forward. Tucking the chin in. Breath slow and slow. The chin stays tucked in, walking the hands back towards yourself. Lifting the head up, eyes blink open. Preparing for your twist. So left foot to the outside of the right leg. Find your sitting bones pressing down onto the earth. Right, left fingertips behind. Keep your right foot flexed. Breathe in, lift the right arm up, and exhale as you wrap the arm around the leg. Maybe the left palm comes down onto the mat now. Top of the head to the sky. Chin's tucked in a little bit, eyes can softly close. Breathing your belly towards the inner left leg. Notice how when you breathe in, you come out of the twist a touch, and on the exhale, you move more deeply into the twist. Intentional breaths. We'll keep the body in the twist. Gaze forward. You can blink open the eyes if they were closed. Then just bring both hands to the front of the knee, lift up tall, and extend the left leg out. So going to come to either a butterfly shape or Baddha Konasana, where your feet will be closer to the groin. So I'll start with butterfly, then I'll guide through Baddha Konasana. So if you're in this butterfly shape, you can just fall forward when you're ready. Doesn't matter how far forward you come. If you're in Baddha Konasana with the heels closer to the pubic bone. Just rock onto your sitting bones. I like to open my feet up like a book. You could always link your hands around the toes. You'll either stay upright with your knees pressing down, or you can begin to hinge forward. You might even like to take the hands out in front, chin tucked in neutral, symmetrical position. Breaths low and slow. And walking the hands back towards yourself. We'll do some windshield wipers before we come down onto the mat. So turning the fingers the other way, turn the feet out to the sides, drop your legs to one side, and then come over to the other. And continue to move in this way. A little bit of movement for the hips. Let's do one more to each side. When you're finished, come down onto the back with knees bent. Step the feet wider apart, about mat width apart, then just let the knees fall in towards each other. You can have the arms wherever you like, maybe even palms down on the belly. Take a breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. A few moments here in a resting pose. So I'm keeping this practice short and sweet. So if there is a pose you'd like to complete your practice in before we come into Shavasana, feel free to do that now. Or you could simply just bring your bent legs up towards the body, wrap your arms around the legs, and breathe your belly up towards the legs. Intentional breath in, belly rises like a balloon. And breath out, just let the breath fall away. So you're either doing a pose of your choice or this supine forward fold. So you're similar to being in a forward fold like child pose, but you're on your back. Belly breaths. And two more rounds, or two more breaths in the pose that you're in. And we come to Shavasana. So extending the legs out, either hip width apart or about the width of your mat. Have the arms a little bit away from the side of the body, palms facing up, and just get comfortable with the shoulder blades on the ground. Chin slightly tucked in so the neck is lengthening. Soften into the hands. As you bring awareness to your belly, completely relax the belly muscles. No more holding in belly. Let the feet just fall out to the sides. Relax into the jaw and create that little bit of space between the top teeth and the bottom teeth. Inside of the mouth softens. The tongue relaxes. Allow the cheekbones to sink deeper and deeper into the face. All the muscles around the eyes relax. Now you intuitively take a scan over the body from head to toe to fingertips, like you're scanning for anywhere that might be pulling away from the support beneath you. And you notice that as You breathe in. It feels like the earth beneath you comes up to meet the body. And on the exhale, you surrender into its support. On every breath out, just softening that little bit more. Release, relax, let go. And feel in to the feeling of being supported unconditionally. And feeling in to the feeling of being held, embraced, just as you are right now in this moment. If you have the opportunity to rest for longer, please just stay as you are. And you can complete your practice when you're ready. And if it's time to move back into your day, just bring awareness back to your breath. Take a few intentional breaths, something other than your normal effortless breath. Welcome in some movement of hands and feet. A morning stretch as you reach the arms up behind you, flex or point the feet. Then bending into the knees, shift over to a side for a few moments. And you'll make your way back up to a seat. So we won't be in the seat for long. So you can either sit up on your prop or just as you are. And like we did before, we create our peace fingers, plug them down into the earth or hands resting on the feet, fingers pointing down. Eyes softly closed, top of the head to the sky, shoulders relaxed. Next breath in, flows up through the arms to the heart. And breath out, you let go of the breath, moves down past the belly to the base and into the earth. Inhale runs and flows up through the arms toward the heart. Exhale down to the base and into the earth. 3 more rounds. When you finish your final exhale, just return to normal breath, but keep the hands where they are. Now we bring the hands to Anjali Mudra, prayer position in front of the heart. Bring the chin a little bit towards the heart. Welcome in some words of your own to seal your practice. Taking the thumbs to the third eye for happy thoughts and a clear, open mind. Hands in front of the lips, reminding yourself to speak your truth and speak kind words. Hands back in front of the heart, sending love, light and compassion towards self, towards others, all beings, and anything you might be having difficulty with at the moment. In your own way, in your own time, take a moment to bow forward with gratitude for all of your blessings. Lifting back up in your own time, blinking open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me in this practice, and I hope to see you again very soon. I was going to see if I could catch a little willy wagtail that's been joining us for practice, but he's just taken off. See you soon.